wanted to offer some help and support for organizations thinking through how best to share your story. This is something that I love to do. Hawa Images is all about partnering with organizations to help them share stories of impact, so that you can have a larger impact on your community and on the world. So I just wanted to offer some things to think through. Now, when we do a session, a storytelling session, an organizational storytelling session with me, I send you guys a questionnaire. We talk about ethics. We talk about tips for getting the most out of that session, because my goal is really to help educate you guys as an organization and learn from you as to what is the best way to tell your story. So I just wanted to throw a few questions out there that might be helpful for you in thinking through. Okay, so I wrote some of these down. What is the mission and vision of your organization? This is something you're probably used to sharing all the time. But I think it's helpful to communicate that to your visual storyteller, your photographer, because I want to capture that mission and vision. As a visual storyteller, we want to capture that, okay? What are 3 words you want people to think of when they think of your organization? And get emotional with those words sometimes. And we want those images, we want to create images that help tell that story, that people, when they see those images, they think of those 3 words. So I think it's, again, helpful to think through some of these things. I love these 2 questions. When people interact with your organization, how do you hope they feel? So what emotion do we want to elicit in people? And then what do you want them to do after they interact with your organization or your website or your Instagram or your social media? What do you hope that they do? Do you hope that they volunteer? Do you hope that they give? Do you hope that they tell their friends, share it, get involved in some other way? So we want to think through those things. What does your organization do really, really well? We want to build on the assets that you guys have already been doing great. And then what do you hope to grow in? So that's something where we want to show what we want, where we want to go, right? So that's something that we can do in your organizational storytelling as well. And then what stories do you want to tell with images? This is really central, and this is what I love to do, guys. This is my passion. This is why I will work with you to help us learn what stories are really important to tell. So, for example, if you are an organization, so I might work with an organization that they provide affordable housing for people. Great. We want to take that to another level. The story that we want to tell about that is not that we just find affordable housing for people, or you find affordable housing for people. We want to show the impact that housing has on real people's lives, right? Because that's what the heart of your organization is about. I have seen and interacted with so many and volunteered with and had the privilege of partnering and working with so many organizations doing such great things in the world. And it's not just about a 1-sentence vision statement, right? It is about those real lives that are changed and impacted by this. And those are the stories we want to tell, of course, with dignity, respect, and informed consent, which is different than just consent. Like, is it okay if we photograph you? We want people to really know what those images are for, and what we're hoping to how we're hoping to share them. So I coach you guys through all this. I help you figure that out. That's really my passion. But I think that's the differentiation we're looking for, right? Not just we help people with affordable housing, but this is the impact that helping people with affordable housing has on real people's lives. And then I always want to know, what images do you want to capture, like that you need to capture? Do you need like a new Facebook banner? Do you need a new website images? Do you want to bank stories for the next 6 months to a year to use for your social media? I would love to help with that. And sometimes with organizations, they'll put me in touch with their graphic designer or a volunteer designer that is telling me exactly what images we need, and we'll make sure that we get those for you guys. So those are just a few tips. I have more that I send in a questionnaire and things to think through, and I work with a point person at every organization to help really craft your individual storytelling session so that we make sure we get the most out of that time for your organization, because my desire is to serve you well and to help you know exactly what images and stories you want to tell, so that we do that with excellence, dignity, integrity, compassion, and we hopefully move people to action. So I'm so grateful I get to partner with you guys. Thank you. And please reach out if I can help you in planning or if we can work together to partner to share your story.